YouTube, welcome back to my channel. So I just watched James Corden's Afternoon with Prince Harry, and I'm not really reading from any newspaper publications for this video because this is simply going to be my honest thoughts, feelings and opinions regarding the interview. I just want to confess that it did make me laugh. I think that when they completed the assault course together, it was funny, and Harry did get a few giggles out of me regarding that. What else can I say? He's very strong. He's definitely been training out in LA, and yeah, it was hilarious. I guess it was intended to be funny. James Corden is a comedian, so of course he will always get the funny side out of any celebrity that he's talking to. What do I really think about the whole expedition? I definitely feel as though Harry is exploiting his royal connections, as I've always maintained on this channel, and I really didn't like the fact that he attempted to really cheapen the royal firm by talking about the way in which they interact with Zoom and talking about private affairs regarding the Queen ordering baby Archie a waffle maker. Another thing that I found with the interview was that it was very choreographed to make Harry look like a regular, relatable person who's always worked normal jobs, which we know he hasn't. There was also a great element of mockery of the royal customs and the royal firm and the royal family and royal traditions with the scones and the tea, and then it all fell down and the plate smashed and the traditional setup for English afternoon tea all kind of got destroyed, and I felt as though that was quite symbolic, and Harry was in hysterics laughing, which on the surface of it, of course, yeah, it was funny, ha ha, he, but there's a deeper meaning to that. He doesn't have any respect for his royal tradition and for his royal customs and culture, and he thinks that it's all a bit of fluff and a waste of time, which is rather unfortunate because we know that Prince Harry has had an extremely privileged upbringing, which millions and millions of people could only dream of, and his lack of gratitude for that was quite sad to see, and to say the least. What else did I really take from the interview? Obviously, they went to the actual house where The Prince of Bel-Air, the famous TV show, was filmed, and James Corden mocked the current owner with asking her whether she would be more than happy to sell it to Prince Harry. Harry then decided to use their toilet, which I believe was all staged. I think that they knew that they was coming and they was simply just playing up to the cameras. Harry especially was playing up to the cameras. He knew exactly where the bathroom was and what bathroom he wanted to use. Hence, he popped his head out of the window and made a comment to James about not getting out. And then, obviously, James Corden called Meghan, who was on time, all prepared in the good bomb lighting to answer his call, and she made a reference about how she feels as though they have moved enough, and she kind of laughed it off. I think that Meghan would have definitely wanted to be on the show, but because her likability is so low, and we know that the Oprah interview is going to be centered around her and her extremely dysfunctional relationship with her family and her destruction of the British royal firm, she probably decided, and the PR team probably decided, that she shouldn't be a part of this expedition, but she couldn't keep away. She also went out of her way to share her pet name for Harry, which sounded completely forced, by saying Has. So he's now gone from H to Has, which she wanted to emphasize. She wanted to let us know. And I think that that was a staged conversation for the camera yet again. so that they can appear to be more like everyday regular celebrities. Another element that I thought was quite interesting was when Harry discussed with James about how he felt about stepping away from the British royal family and why he did so. He said that he felt as though the British media was very toxic and negative, which was another slight on his country, another slight on Britain itself, which is in bad taste. He really needs to be dropping that narrative now, because it's not just the British media that drags Meghan, it's also the global news that drag Meghan. So it was definitely a flash of his bitterness. It was a revelation that he's still very much bitter and he still hasn't moved on. He also talked about the way in which they never formally stepped back. They kind of just wanted to be a supporting act, but they did not step away, or they did not abandon the UK, which doesn't really make any sense, because if you are insulting your own media and the British tabloids, then of course you have pretty much left the UK and you're living in America. You can't be in America and be serving the UK. So he said whatever decisions are made on that side, he's not really concerned, because he knows that he will always be a public servant. Well, that's not really the same as actually serving the royal firm, because we can all say that we are of public service and we are committed to humanity and changing the world and improving the world in some kind of airy-fairy way. He also revealed that him and Meghan do not have a clear plan as to exactly what they're going to do out in America, and it just sounded as though Harry is lost in the sauce, and he kind of looked a bit bewildered and quite ridiculous, to be honest. He's moved all the way to the United States of America and he's given up his royal privilege for what exactly? He doesn't even know. We know that it was all masterminded for Meghan to be some kind of celebrity. He said that Meghan is committed to being a humanitarian. Meghan couldn't give two hoots about being a humanitarian. Meghan's committed to building her bank account, and so is he. But Meghan more so wanted to be in America. Meghan more so could not be bothered to be of service to anyone. She hasn't helped anyone. She's abandoned all of her patronages, and she definitely did not treat them with any special honour. So it was very exploitative, it was cheesy, it was tacky. James was funny, the assault course part was funny, and there was elements that were funny, but there was also big red flags of disrespect and disappointment. Harry is selling upon his royal connection in a major way, and this really is a warning, a pre-warning to the Queen and the rest of the senior royals as to what is to come within the next few months. It's not good. He also touched upon baby Archie in great detail. And as I've said before on this channel, it's very ironic that a man who said that he wanted to protect his family from the media and from media intrusion and to have privacy and to not have pictures taken of him or baby Archie or Meghan walking down the street is now more than happy to let us know what baby Archie eats for breakfast, more than happy to let us know what his first words were and what his favourite song is. It's all very mysteriously confusing and it's very contradictory, to say the least, but nothing should really surprise us. This is Harry and Meghan we are talking about. So yeah, Meghan was definitely desperate to make an appearance on the show, and I guess she can't wait to really have this interview aired of her degrading and disrespecting the royal firm to Oprah of all people. And they should really be worried about this interview that they've done with Oprah, because Oprah generally gets to the bottom of things and she can, in so many ways, leave the celebrity who has decided to share and air their dirty laundry in a very compromising position, which I'm hoping does happen, because I really hope that Meghan and Harry at some point do get stopped in their tracks, because what they are doing is very dangerous and it's a major threat to the rest of the firm. A lot of people have said, oh, Prince Harry is dim-witted. Need I say more? Bye, guys.